It's New York Comic Con this weekend, and we are getting a bunch of first looks from Marvel Television. Tomorrow's supposed to be another big day. Today we got a minute teaser trailer for Wonder Man, which we will talk about. Also, we got a first look at Daredevil, and it's so beautiful. Big reports coming from Daniel RPK and Jeff Snieder, which is really interesting to me. And the big one, you guys, James Gunn said he had a talk with Ryan Reynolds about making a cameo appearance, not as Ryan Reynolds, but as Deadpool in the season finale of Peacemaker. Holy shit. I feel like we are this much closer from an actual Marvel versus DC live action crossover. But the formality of it all, the contracts, it is a very delicate and sticky situation, which we will talk about. First, let's talk Wonder Man. Now, again, we got a small little brief teaser for Wonder Man. Hopefully tomorrow, they will release a full-length trailer for Wonder Man. I'm just extremely busy tomorrow, you guys, so I don't think I'm going to be able to cover anything come tomorrow. I probably won't be able to cover whatever drops tomorrow. I probably won't be able to cover until Sunday afternoon. So please bear with me, you guys. But yes, we got a minute teaser of Wonder Man. And you want to know my reaction? This was my reaction. That was all. It did nothing for me. Nothing at all. And not only that, it's been pushed to January of 2026. So it's not even releasing in December. And I get it. Why the hell would you release Wonder Man in December when you have a juggernaut of a series finale like Stranger Things 5? I am sorry, but Stranger Things 5 is going to dominate the holiday season. That is just the facts, you guys. So Wonder Man being pushed into January, I feel like ultimately will benefit that series. It's going to be 8 episodes long and only 30 minutes an episode, which I have feelings about, because these 30-minute episodes, I feel like Marvel was doing that shit, in the earlier stages of, their Disney Plus stuff. 30 minutes is just not enough. I hate that format so much. 30 minutes, no. It has to range from 45 to an hour. I'm telling you, this 30-minute episode stuff will not do it for a lot of fans, and I am not the only one who feels that way. Now, we have a bit of a synopsis. The series will follow Simon Williams as he auditions for a role in a reboot of the classic Wonder Man movie. That was a kind of, briefly teased in the minute teaser trailer. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Oh, so Marvel, you're going to be race bending this character, but not only for the show, but the actual plot and story that inspires the show. I was like, you already know the internet is going to go wild. I mean, look, I love Yahya Abdul-Mateen. No doubt in my mind, I know he's going to deliver an amazing performance as Wonder Man, but, it comes with the territory. It's going to be brought up. I'm like, what? The race bending, even within the show within the show? I was like, look, let's just see what happens with Wonder Man. But hopefully tomorrow we'll get a full-length trailer. And if I'm not too busy going towards the end of the night, I can give you guys my official reaction to a full-length trailer for Wonder Man and not just a minute of footage of this series. We'll see what happens with that. Moving on, Daredevil Born Again Season 2. We got a first look at the Double Ds. They're so luscious and plump and beautiful. Not the Double Ds you guys may be thinking about. Daredevil having the black suit with the actual Daredevil Double Ds on the chest. We are finally getting it, and I cannot wait. I am super stoked for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Now, we all know Season 1 went through a whole bunch of rewrites and restructuring, so it kind of felt a little bit all over the place. And I'll admit, Born Again Season 1 wasn't my favorite season of Daredevil. I still probably rank it after I go season... Ooh, shit. I'm not even in the right mindset to rank Daredevil right now, but it's definitely not better than the first 3 seasons of the Daredevil stuff that was released on Netflix. Absolutely not. I'm hoping with Season 2, we can really get into some stuff. Really, really good. I mean, Season 1, there were some really good elements to it. I love how they really leaned into, the gritty, violent nature of it all that, Netflix had, established with these characters. I was worried that some of these characters were going to be watered down, but it seems like Kevin Feige understood that what got that show its success and its fandom and its love was the raw material that they were able to create with that show. So trying to pettifog and trying to recreate something and put the MCU fairy dust on it wasn't necessarily going to work, So I'm happy Kevin Feige understood that, and he was like, restructure this entire season. But season 2, you guys, it's been teased. Brad Winderbaum kind of did, say he won't say much about Luke Cage and possibly Iron Fist, Jessica Jones. We already know Jessica Jones is going to appear. But as far as like Luke Cage and Iron Fist, he's kind of teasing it. I wouldn't mind seeing my boy Luke Cage. I love me some Mike Coulter. I love me some Luke Cage. Seasons 1 and 2 were so damn good. I go back and rewatch seasons. It's so unapologetically black, and I appreciate that shit. I love it. So if we can get Mike Coulter back as Luke Cage, you guys, woo, throw in some Wu-Tang Clan and some classic hip-hop, y'all, I would lose my shit. Iron Fist, I can care less about. You know what I mean? Iron Fist was a big disappointment. Iron Fist, out of all the Marvel Netflix stuff, Iron Fist was at the very, very, very bottom. And we also got confirmation that Foggy Nelson will return in Daredevil Born Again Season 2. We don't know how, because he died at the very beginning of Season 1, which was great. That first episode, oh shit. Man, Charlie Cox and his performance in that scene when he had Bullseye, and he was like, he was screaming, and he threw his ass off the cliff. What a moment, dude. That set the tone for that whole season. I was like, we are now on this flight and we are not headed back. Absolutely great stuff. Can't wait for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Now, James Gunn reveals that he has talked to Ryan Reynolds about Deadpool appearing in the season finale of Peacemaker. But he said, I think we would have had to gone through so many hoops, legal matters, things of that nature, to try to establish any kind of crossover between these two ginormous juggernauts of studios, of creations. It would have been a lot. It would have been huge. But I do believe that we're this much closer of it actually potentially happening. Now, I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe we could do an Elseworlds kind of short film. Or not a short film, an Elseworlds film. You know what I mean? That would be really awesome to see, because that's what fans want to see. I want to see Captain America go up against Batman. That shit would be absolutely badass. I want to see Iron Man face, Superman. So Spider-Man. I want to see Spider-Man swinging through New York City or swinging through Metropolis alongside David Cornsweet flying through Metropolis. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you guys, it would be so freaking epic and awesome. But like I said, it would have just been too much from a legal standpoint. So him not being able to get Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool for a cameo in Peacemaker, I feel like is a huge bummer. And for the most part, people were definitely bummed out by the season finale. That was the general consensus from the season finale of Peacemaker from what I saw. Now, it didn't have the cameo fest that everybody was hoping and expecting. It didn't have the major action set pieces, and that's where people were really hoping for it. But it didn't have that. It had a lot of great character stuff within the show. But I ultimately felt kind of dissatisfied with the finale. With Peacemaker being stuck in Salvation by, a flag. I'm like, oh shit, what are we really doing here? This is going to get really interesting. And we all know it deals with the multiverse stuff, different dimensions and universes. So it would have been interesting to see, if Deadpool would have showed up. I mean, that would have broke the internet. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Absolutely destroyed the internet of Peacemaker going through one of the doors and seeing Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. Him going, who are you? Absolutely mega hit, million views. I'm telling you guys, the finale would have been so big, but we'll see what happens. Moving on to the next topic, you guys. Jeff Snieder reports some very interesting reports. He states that the X-Men reboot for Marvel Studios will be released May 5th of 2028 after this whole multiverse stuff is done. It's over. It's complete, which is fine. They start shooting Secret Wars most likely next summer while promoting Doomsday. It's going to be a lot to juggle. You have all these actors, you have all these characters, So you really want to introduce your X-Men at the very end, but they probably won't start shooting the X-Men reboot until probably summer of 2027, because it's going to be a bunch of fresh new faces. The multiverse is going to reset. We're probably going to get a new Captain America, a new Iron Man, hopefully a new Black Panther, T'Challa. I want everybody rebooted. At this point, fuck it. Reboot everything. I don't want to see anybody else continue. Just reboot everything, except for probably like a Tom Holland, right? You know what I mean? I don't see Anthony Mackie being Captain America, and it hasn't been a love. Look at the box office stuff for, Brave New World. I think it's time for Marvel Studios to really utilize the idea of rebooting and starting fresh for the MCU and trying to compete with DC Studios. It's new, it's refreshing, it's exciting. I feel like with Marvel Studios, they're trying to, really base things off nostalgia. Everything feels so similar and the same. I think it's time to switch it up and reboot this entire universe after Secret Wars. But boy, do they have some actors to fill in some shoes for, because how do you cast Iron Man after Robert Downey Jr.? That would be an extremely difficult task for Marvel Studios. But moving on, you guys, Daniel RPK reports that Spider-Man will appear in Avengers Doomsday. He just didn't say which Spider-Man will appear. Will it be Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland? We're dealing with the multiverse stuff. So more than likely, we're going to see all three Spider-Mans on the big screen, either in Doomsday or Secret Wars together for one final time, which would be completely fine with me. And to close out the video, you guys, we got set photos of Scorpion on set of Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is really exciting. Matt Gargan, I believe, is his name. I can't wait to see him. Daniel RPK reports that he will have a significant role in Brand New Day, which, I'm all down for it. He was teased in Homecoming, and, we never got that kind of conclusion. So I'm glad that this character is returning all the way back from what? When did Homecoming come out? 2017? 2016? 2017. Such a long time ago. So I can't wait to see how, he's going to look in his full-blown costume. If it's anything like the mecha stuff that we got, in the Spider-Man games, I'd be all for it. It looks great. And I absolutely. More please. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about today's topics and today's videos. Deadpool almost appearing in this season finale of Peacemaker. A minute teaser for Wonder Man. Honest thoughts and opinions, you guys, let me hear in the comments down below. And of course, thank you guys for taking time out of your day for watching C-Roll Productions. Peace.